Welcome to another YouTube video. This is Vlogmas day number 6. Day number 6. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan O'Neill. I am happy that you're here watching this channel, and I hope you enjoy this video. This is going to be a Q&A. Right now I'm at the fitness room at my apartment complex, so we're about to hop into the treadmill, which is where I'm standing right now. We're going to do about 15 to 30 minutes of cardio, but we will also be answering some questions so that you can get to know more about me and we can start building the foundation and that connection as a community. So it's going to be completely unfiltered, uncut, no editing, this is gonna be straight up around 7 to 10 minutes of me answering questions while I do some cardio. So let's get into it. All right, first question is fitting for the time that we're in. It is, who am I rooting for in the FIFA World Cup? If you know me when I was younger, for those of you that don't know me, I am a huge Cristiano Ronaldo fan since I was very young. And even though I didn't play soccer back home, I would watch the World Cup or the Europe Cup or Euro League, and I would watch him play. And to me, he had just the swag, the flow, the skill that I really enjoyed. And he has been my favorite player since then. And yes, so I was rooting for Portugal, which is where he's from. Unfortunately, they got eliminated in the quarterfinals against Morocco. So now I'm switching up, and I'm rooting for Argentina because I want Lionel Messi, to win a World Cup. He has solidified himself as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, football player, as it should be. Football, American football, NFL, football is the worldwide sport. Solidified as the top or the greatest of all time. And this is the thing that he needs to sort of cement his legacy even more. So I'm rooting for Argentina. I believe they're going to play the winner of France and England. So I know that France is probably gonna win, and France was the winner of the previous World Cup. So let's see how it goes, but I was rooting for Portugal because of Cristiano Ronaldo. He lost. Now I'm rooting for Messi and Argentina. So next question. What am I most proud of myself in 2022? So the thing that I'm most proud of myself is that no matter the pitfalls, no matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles, no matter how I was feeling, at the end of the day, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I picked myself up, and I knew that this was just a part of the process. So that, I believe, is the thing that I'm most proud of in 2022, that I was able to, despite everything that was going on in my life, different changes, moving to a new city by myself, leaving my family once again, I was able to hold myself and just think about the purpose and think about all the sacrifices that I'm making for my future and for the future of my family. So that's one thing that has kept me going, and that's gonna continue to keep me going throughout these next couple of years and throughout my lifetime. So I would say the thing that I'm most proud of is my persistence, resilience, and belief in myself and believe in God. Those 4. Next question. How are you feeling currently? How are you feeling currently? So I am, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm feeling in a 7 to 8 range right now. I'm on a roll, like Hamashi. I'm on a roll, I'm feeling good. Everything's going great at work. We're busy but productive. Really excited about this YouTube channel, and I've been really consistent over the past few days. So I am proud of that. And I'm feeling good about it. You know, there's days where you sort of feel like you're behind and things like that, but I trust in the process, and I trust that if I put my best foot forward every single day, then everything eventually will pan out. So I'm not worried about that, and I'm feeling good. Looking forward to the rest of this month, and I'm excited for what 2023 has in store. How has it been living alone? I think living alone, it's the greatest. It's a bittersweet because it's the greatest, but also the worst thing, depending on how you perceive it and depending how you make the best of it. So in college, I lived with roommates and I had my own room. So it was sort of practicing or preparing me for living by myself. Now that I'm living by myself, I think it's been a bumpy road. It's been a roller coaster. Some days are good. Some days I'm very reflective and very not emotional, but reminiscent of different things in my life. But it's been amazing, to be honest. Despite all that I mentioned, it's been amazing just to get to know more about myself, get to know more about what habits I have in my life, what things I need to change and to improve, and work on those on a day-to-day basis, and basically do everything that I need to do for myself to take care of myself. Because in order for me to care about someone, in order for me to love someone, I need to care first about myself and love myself first. So I think this entire process since moving here to Minneapolis has been just that, where I've gotten a chance to spend more time with myself, getting to build a relationship with myself and get comfortable being alone and doing different things. You know, I cook in my apartment, I listen to music, I dance a lot in my apartment. You'll probably have seen it in a couple of my videos, and you'll probably see more of me dancing in future videos. But a little bit of everything. I watch a lot of YouTube videos just to draw inspiration. I watch podcasts, listen to podcasts, read books, anything and everything that I enjoy doing, I just do it by myself, and I don't have any problems with doing so. So living alone has been a learning experience, and even though it has been a roller coaster, right now we're going up, which is nice. Next question that we have here. What are you looking forward to before the end of the year? So I'm looking forward to continuing to be consistent with Vlogmas. Obviously, right now we're Vlogmas day number 6. My goal is to continue to be consistent throughout the rest of Vlogmas, which is up until Christmas. And then from there on out, I will start going back to what I initially did, which is posting on Saturdays, every Saturday. Next year, eventually, my goal is to ramp it up to 2 videos a week, because I feel like this is a trial period for me to learn about editing, about what style of filmmaking I want to incorporate to the channel, and what storytelling I want to incorporate, so that once January hits and February, we're already on a roll, like I mentioned, on a roll like Hamashi. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most, continuing to develop this channel, continue Vlogmas, and also, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, develop habits the rest of the month of December, so that way once January hits, we're already set and ready to go to have a successful year. Because 2023 is gonna be our year, trust me, and believe that. What has been your biggest struggle recently? My biggest struggle recently. I think the biggest struggle that I've had recently is just being too desperate in a way. I have a lot of ideas. I feel like I'm a creative mind, that anything that inspires me, I just start building new ideas, new videos, new concepts, and there's a lot that I want to do. And obviously I'm a perfectionist. Everything that I put out, I try my best to be at my best on everything that I do. So that's the thing that has been a struggle, and it's been sort of frustrating that I want to put the best out there, and it hasn't been the case recently, but I know that it's part of the process. And going back to what I was mentioning on a previous question of what am I most proud of myself this year, is that despite the frustration, despite the ups and downs, I know that this is all just a part of the process for me to grow. And I am looking forward to continue to have these overwhelming ideas and not knowing what to do and just picking up the camera and just filming. So that's what I'm struggling the most, and something that it is a struggle, but it's a struggle that's leaning towards more of a positive of me just being patient and just every single day working on developing an idea and just put it in practice and see if it works. And if it doesn't, we learn and we grow from that. Next question. This is a good one. This comes from one of my coworkers, Ellie Henderson. Shout out LED. Her question was, what advice would you give to someone that feels lost professionally / personally? Okay, so advice that I would say, that I would give to someone that feels lost personally, is to avoid the distractions and avoid the outside noise. Right now we're living in a society where everything's fast-paced, especially with technology. Our attention span is shorting, so everything is quick. Satisfaction, I want this quick now, I want quick money, I want the views, I want more followers, I want to be an influencer, I want a pay raise in my job. And that's just not how life works. It's all about patience. It's a long-term game. So if you're able to hone in to being patient and focusing on the long term instead of the short term, then that's gonna help you a lot if you're struggling personally. And another thing that I would say is to find things throughout your day, or find things that you're passionate about, that you can incorporate daily, so that way you are keeping your mind distracted and focus on good things that'll build on things that you want to continue to do or that you want to pursue in a career or in your life. That transitions into what advice would I give to someone if they are feeling lost professionally. Me personally, whenever I felt lost professionally, I always took it down to, I just simplify it. I'm a type of person that sometimes I get overwhelmed with stuff for a period of time, and then a moment, everything just clicks and I'm like, okay, what am I overwhelmed for? Let me just focus on what's the purpose, what's the goal, what do I want to do? So if you're feeling lost professionally, especially for those of you that are going to college, or if you're in college about to graduate and you don't know what to do with your life, just find something that you want to try out. Find something either artistically, either if it's being an entrepreneur, doing an internship at a company that you want to work with. Do something to get yourself rolling, to get yourself grabbing momentum. And eventually, as you get exposure, you're also going to build connections, you're also going to build confidence, and you're also going to build experience that will put you in places to get more and more exposure for yourself. And that's how you continue to date on a day-to-day basis, get better, and get yourself out of a rut if you're feeling lost professionally. Okay, so let's do a couple more questions. What are your career? Let's see. Oh, this is a good question. What is your relationship with your family, and do you miss them? Pause real quick. My mic just fell off. So I told you this was going to be unedited, uncut. So this is the behind the scenes of what it takes to be a YouTuber. Things just falling out of place. But we adapt. That's how we do. If something happens, we adapt. Bam. Mic on. Check two, check two, check 1, 2, 3, check 1, 2, 3. Jonathan O'Neill, subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. All right, let's go. Ready to go. So the question was, what is your relationship with your family and do you miss them? So I'm very, very close to my family, obviously. Our culture is very family oriented, and that's how I was brought up, and that's how I grew up, and all the values and traditions from my family and the Puerto Rican culture just got instilled in me, and that's what I carry wherever I go. So I always try and keep in touch with my family. They keep in touch with me through WhatsApp, through calling me, FaceTiming. One of the goals in 2023 for myself is to be more consistent with reaching out to my family. Sometimes I'm over here in Minneapolis. I get too caught up with work, with myself, and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the YouTube channel, with my workout routines, with everything in the next couple months, that sometimes I disregard that I even have a family and I don't call them. And it sounds bad, but it's something that I acknowledged and I know that I need to work on. So for 2023, my goal is to reach at least 2 to 3 times a week, allocate time to spend time with my family on FaceTime or just checking in so that they can still be a part of my life. And obviously this YouTube channel is a way for them to keep up with everything I'm doing in my life and still spend time with me. Even though they might not be here physically, they're always here with me, no matter what. Do I miss them? Of course. Of course, I miss my family. Obviously, it's a huge sacrifice to live outside of where you're from, your island, your country. And for me, I know, like I mentioned up top, it's a part of the process. It's a sacrifice for me that it's supposed to be in my journey in order to get to where I want to get. And this is something that I understood at a pretty young age. Even before I came to the United States for college, whenever back home when I was in freshman year, sophomore year of high school, and the college conversation came around, I knew very clearly that I wanted to study in the United States. For me, it was not because I didn't like Puerto Rico. It was more that I felt that for me to grow, United States, living by myself, away from my family, was the best route to take. And I definitely don't regret that. There's been a lot of things that I've missed, birthdays, life achievements, family members that have passed away, celebrations that I haven't been a part of. But those, like I mentioned, are the necessary sacrifices that you have to make in your life to achieve what you want to achieve and also to live the life that you want to live. And a lot of the things that I do in life and in my career is to give back to them and to my family. So in a way, I'm sacrificing moments with them right now because in the future, I hope to spend more times with them and to provide them with a good life. So that's one thing with my family. Next question. This one might be a hot topic. So, are you in a relationship? That's a very, very good question. And I am not in a relationship. Right now, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm focusing on me. And even though it might sound corny or whatever cliche, I truly mean that. Like I'm at a point in my life where I'm 24 years old. I graduated college last year. I'm in my early 20s, so this is my era where I'm figuring out myself, figuring the path that I want to take. Obviously, I already have an idea and a plan of what I want to do, but I feel like I'm at a point where there's a lot of dedication and a lot of work that I gotta put into myself to become a better man, that looking for a relationship right now wouldn't be the best, not only for me, but to whoever I'm interacting with or taking out on a date or being in a relationship with. So this next couple of years, I'm going to continue to work on myself, learning from my past mistakes, growing as a man, growing as a professional, and finding ways to improve and focusing on my career and focusing on growing. And then if along the way someone comes along, then we're going to adapt, we're going to learn, we are going to trust God and his plan, and we are going to go with it and then go from there. But at the moment, I'm not in a relationship, not currently dating or going on dates or in any of those social media or apps, dating apps or whatever. I've tried them. That might be another question. You're like, have you tried the dating apps? Yes, I've tried them, but I don't think they're for me. Honestly, I've tried them, I failed, I tried them again, I failed, I've deleted them. A few months later, I downloaded them again, tried, and I was just like, no, this is too much for me right now. I need to focus on myself, building better habits, becoming a better man, becoming a better professional, and then down the road, I can start thinking about things like a relationship, because it's a huge commitment. Once again, pause. Let's get it. Take two. All right, let's get it. Back at it. So it's, like I was saying, it's a huge commitment, and I don't want to waste anyone's time. I also want to make sure that whoever I give the opportunity to be in a relationship with, that we both can connect, and that we can also put the best foot forward in the relationship. Because to be honest, I'm not the kind of person that just tries here and tries there. If it doesn't work, well, I go along. I'm the type of person, if we want to make it work, we're gonna make it work. That's the type of person that I am, and I think in the past, that's something that has been a double-edged sword, because I've held on to a lot of relationships or a lot of people because of me not wanting to let it go because it doesn't work out or things like that. So I want to make sure that when it is time because I want it, not because I'm forced, because I feel lonely and things like that, which I don't feel. But every now and then when you see people, either on social media, when you see people on the street, then you start reflecting upon those things. But for me, I'm not focused on any of that right now. Like I said, I'm avoiding the distractions and I'm just focusing on myself. So that's it, basically, with that question. Let's see if we can have one or two more questions. How would you describe your personal style? Another one from Ellie. Personal style. I'd say over the years, I've been an athlete my entire life. So my personal style in the fashion sense has been very casual, very sport, athletic clothing and things like that. But now I'm evolving into, I'm enjoying fashion, buying different things depending on the season, depending on the colors, so the coloring schemes, the outfits match with the shoes, with the belt buckle and all that sort of stuff, with your crossbody and all that stuff. So I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like, and drawing inspiration from what I see. In the personal sense, so fashion sense, I'm pretty much open to trying new things in terms of style. I don't have a specific style. I can do casual, I can do athletic, I can do formal, any of those, to be honest. I've enjoyed all of them. Personal style, if it comes to personality, I'm a combination of outgoingly introverted, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have any issues being by myself and just staying inside, watching videos, watching a movie, singing and dancing. But if I ever go outside to a bar with friends or to hang out with friends, I always have a good time, and I always make sure that everyone has a good time. So I'm never shied away from it. In a way, I feel at times that I'm the life of the party. And the reason for that is not necessarily because I want the attention. It's more about I want everyone to have fun and everyone to feel included. So I would say that's my personal style in the fashion sense and also personal. Okay, one last question. Let's see. What's a piece of advice you would give your younger self? That's a great question to wrap this up. This has been a lot of great questions. I've enjoyed this video. If you enjoy this video or you have any other questions, drop them down in the comment section, and also like this video. It'll help our channel grow. But to wrap this up, last and final question. What advice would you give to your younger self? This has been, even reflecting on this question, I've asked and I've watched people be interviewed and asked this question. And even though sometimes from the perspective of being older and having lived a lot, you might be biased and say, oh, do this, do that, because you want to change the trajectory of what your younger life was. But for me, I would say the advice that I would give myself is trust your gut, trust who you are deep down. You're gonna make mistakes. You're going to want something and not get it. You might be interested in a girl and that might not go your way. You might think that you're not good enough. You might not think that you're valued enough. You might not think that everything has a meaning and a purpose, but everything eventually will turn its way for you, and everything is about perspective. So, all about growth. Take your time and take it day by day. There's going to be days where you feel like you're at the highest and you can be unstoppable, no one can touch you, but life can humble you really quickly. So it's that level-headed mentality of taking everything and appreciating the highs, appreciating the lows, because without the lows, there are no highs. Without the highs, there's no lows. And it's all about the journey. We can learn about everything in our life. Even if we think it's a bad situation, there's always some good that you can take away from those situations. And what I would tell my younger self is to trust your gut. And despite of whatever happens around you, in your life, to you, everything happens for a reason, and everything is for you to grow as a person. And another thing that I would say is to my younger self is that whoever you think you are, you are. Once again, I'm gonna repeat that for everyone else if you need this advice and no one has told you this. Whoever you think you are, you are. If deep down you've been hurt by people or by your own self, you've been disappointed, you've been hurt by family members or anyone outside on social media, on the internet, that's not who you are. People's perceptions of you are just imaginary thoughts in your head to cloud who you really are. So take a moment to give thanks to yourself every single day. Obviously, we are super blessed to wake up each day and have the life that we live, when there's a lot of people that are struggling on an everyday basis to have food, have water, clothing, a roof over their head. And we have the blessing that we were born and raised in a place that, even though it's not perfect here in the United States and also in Puerto Rico when I'm from, the amount of opportunities and the amount of blessings that we have is something that we can't take for granted, especially when people are struggling to have things that we take for granted every single day. So I would tell this to my younger self, but I will also tell this to you guys. Every day is a new opportunity for us to grow. Every day, whenever you wake up, be thankful. Lead a life of gratitude. Reach out to family members. Reach out to friends of yours that you haven't reached out to and check up on them. You don't know how much it would mean to someone that you will reach out and tell them, oh, I'm thinking of you. I thought about you. I want to reach out. I want to see how you're doing. Let's hop on a call. Let's see each other. That goes a long way because you never know what a person is truly going through. So something that I live by, that I was raised by, and then that every day here, whenever I'm in the United States specifically, and also in Puerto Rico, I try to lead with respect. I try my best to treat everyone with kindness, respect, love, and always have their best intentions in mind. There's been a lot of people that I've come across that I physically have seen them be down and feeling myself that they are going through something, and just telling them, hope you have a great day, good morning, hey, nice shoes, hey, how you doing today? All those things can literally change the trajectory of a person's life. So I hope this video was useful for you. I will continue to do more videos like this where we're just doing a question and answer. If you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, put them down below in the comment section. I also have a FAQ, frequently asked questions, in my About Me page in my channel for any common questions like what's my age, my full name, where I'm from, and things like that, so you can get to know more about me, and hopefully I can get to know more about you guys and continue building this community. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said at the top, we are on Vlogmas Day 6. It's about 32 minutes in. I appreciate you if you stayed the entire duration of this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're new here, what do you think about me? First impressions. Am I cool? What do you think about me? So have a wonderful day. I will see you on Vlogmas Day number 7. Like I mentioned, we're gonna keep it rolling like Hamashi. Let's get it. Have a nice day. See you guys. Take care.